cheating on me!
She always fools me, Orel.
I'll make things better, dear. Drink me. Put me inside you. I'm great. And she chokes me just like every other whore out there.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
A handful of our people, with their lives, have made our life impossible. Not only we're in a compound situation, those who have left and committed the betrayal of the century. There's no way to detach ourselves from what's happened today.
Hi, I'm Izzy Osborne. Welcome.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Sorry if I sound a little off. I'm catching a cold. I'll be okay. But American sitcoms, comedy creators parodying the American society. Funny enough, these days it doesn't need to be parodied. From Family Guy and American Dad, to Robot Chicken, to even my favorite South Park. Well, South Park was until I heard about more Orel.
Masaratu Bagaloma Kia! That doesn't sound very Protestant, Orel. Well, at least it's not Catholic. Catholic.
Hey, Orel, wanna come over to my house and play?
Gee, can I, Mom?
All right, but don't take any rides from strangers, son.
Why?
Because you're in your good Sunday suit.
Oh, right.
How was your first day, working boy?
Great, Dad. I made a lot of money.
Goody, 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 goody. Let me see.
Well, that's the best part. I gave it all to a homeless man.
What?
There's some absolutely funny comedy gold here.
What's number 3?
You know. Ain't 1 or 2?
Number 1, gold is the sun. Number 2, I need to go poo. Number 3, set my sperm for... Orel, you've been masturbating.
Yes, Principal Fakey?
Orel, do you know what happens to little boys who masturbate?
Well, not until a week ago. But now, my whole world's opened up.
He's so innocent, so funny and adorable. So Moral Orel is a show around a sweet, innocent Christian boy named Orel in a town called Morrilton. The town Morrilton is an extreme parody of Americanized Christianity, where Jesus is an English-speaking and is as white as the sun, not historically a Middle Eastern Jewish Arab man who spoke in Aramaic, to twisting the words of the Bible to fit their own agenda.
Nudity is a horrible thing and should only be committed as a last resort. You know the 11th commandment. Thou shalt be ashamed of thy natural anatomy.
Oh yeah, those lost commandments always throw me off.
And just basically make it up as you go.
Easy. This guy knows what I'm talking about, right, Chief? Ooh, hey, I gotta fly, so, amen.
This town has such interesting people in it. Most of them are just terrible people or just very depressing.
Orel, what makes you so happy?
Gee, I don't know, Reverend. What makes someone not happy?
Gee, I don't know, Orel. Life? Ever get lonely?
Nope.
Okay, well, this is pointless.
There's only a few good people here, including Orel. And unfortunately for Orel, since he's such a good kid and he listens to all the adults give him terrible advice. From mostly his dad, though. By the way, his parents are fucked up.
I do.
I am still weaning him, Clay.
Blaberta, he's 7. He should not be using your milk to wash down his meatloaf, which I pay for by working that stinking dead-end job.
And Orel's actually the only hope in this town.
Hope. 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 Wait a minute. Orel Puppington. Oh.
Even Even though they completely disregard Orel, they still look to him as hope. As someone who grew up in Americanized Christianity, this show easily became my favorite. The reason why it became my favorite is because it's extremely funny, but they can also be extremely dark, depressing, and disturbing. Sadly, it's the reason why the show got canceled. This is why I'm making a video about it. Trigger warning, we will be dealing with these topics today. So remember when I said the whole town was interesting? The episode that disturbed people wasn't an Orel-based episode. It was about these background characters. And I'm going to give you guys a brief summary of who we knew them as before the episode. So Nurse Bandy, who is a school nurse, as we know her as, and also the mistress of Principal Fakey.
Help me, Reverend, for I feel guilt.
Nurse Bendy again?
It's awful. It's wrong. And
We also see her as a dumb blonde, and often is very sexualized in the town. Miss Censordoll, the librarian of the town.
What are you doing, Miss Censordoll?
Oh, hello, boys. I'm just making a list of books. Special books.
Are they special because they teach us the most?
Yes. In fact, they teach us too much.
Are you going to burn the Bible?
Only the Jewish parts.
She's also known as the Egg Lady, and she's very obsessed with eggs for some reason.
Eggs are all she eats. Picky about them, too. Real picky. How would you like them today? Under-fried, Figarelli. Extra slithery. Sure thing. Give me those. No problem.
And finally, Agnes Sculpture, who is a teacher of Orel and other kids in Morrilton.
Very good, Marionetta. Orel, you're next. What did you bring to show us and tell us today?
That's all I remember the character as. Well, until this episode. Season 3, Episode 4, Alone.
Okay, it's 8:30 on this Good Friday, and coming up, we have a special edition of Reverend Buddy's sermon. But first, a fluff piece. Good-hearted menace Righteous Orel Puppington left the city earlier today for the Morrilton Nature Reserve and a hunting trip with his dear old dad.
So in the beginning of this episode, it tells us that Orel is in a hunting trip with his dad, which if you don't know the show, is one of the biggest turning points in the series.
With nowhere to go and no one to be!
Oh, you think this town's just gonna fall apart without you for 2 days?
Well?
Oh, looks like your little brother Shapey wants some broadcast time, too.
Oh, that's not...
So right off the bat, we're shown Nurse Bendy walking to an apartment complex. She smiles at 2 kids running past her, and then her smile fades away. Her apartment complex is called a Lone Ford, apartment for spinsters, which means an unmarried woman who is older than what is perceived as the prime age range during which woman usually gets married.
Broadcast time, too.
Oh, that's not...
Here today's special radio sermon to all you ladies out there who stay home and take care of things for the male heads of the household. But even though your current duties may be a little on the trivial side, at least most of you finally carried out your most important duty and gave birth to your husband's offspring.
Hubby! Hubby! Hubby? There you are! And Sunny! Hi, family!
So she enters her apartment, and she lights up when she turns on the lights. We have a glimpse around her apartment, and it's very childlike. I mean, she has 2 stuffed teddy bears that she talks to. I mean, not only that, she has framed pictures of them. Seems like one of them she's married to, and the other is her kid. Clearly, Nurse Bendy's unwell, and she sees these stuffed animals as her family.
Sorry I'm late. Principal Fakey sure has me do a lot of adult things around the office. Even today when there's no school or anything. It's crazy.
He must be more adulterer than anyone I know. Oh, that reminds me. I have a surprise for you.
Look, isn't it adulty? I like to think so. We should set a good adult example for our little Sonny here. Right, Sonny? Aw, you're so childy. So, are all you family hungry? Yes? I'm starvish too. Well, it is just about swallow time.
Notice how there is no music. It adds to how depressing this episode is. When she asks who's hungry, these bears are fucking silent. I mean, say something at least.
Oh, firstly, we must all pray for grace. Dear Lord and Godland, bless this mess of delicious food, and thank you kindly for keeping our joyous family together under this one love-filled roof. We all need people who aren't mean to me, or that don't act like they only care about doing dirty, awful things to you. We need family because they care that I'm a real person who has thoughts of sadness sometimes, along with happy thoughts, or scared or aloneness thoughts. I feel thoughts of emotions, and I need people to know that. So, thank you for keeping this family in good shape. The end for now, while we eat. Signed, my family.
Fuck, dude. I feel so bad for her. She's so hurt by being used by Principal Fakey and sexualized by others in Morrilton. This is probably the thing she looks forward to at the end of the day. Like a little girl playing house with her pretend family. This is her only escape.
Wow, my eye is really sweating up a storm here. Let's see.
So we switch characters to Agnes, and it seems like she has obsessive compulsive disorder, known as OCD, which is an excessive thoughts that lead to repetitive behaviors. This could imply that this might be a routine for her. We're also shown what seems to be a bloody coat hanger, which implies she might have given herself an abortion.
Abortion? Kids are little miracles. Well, most children anyway. I have this nephew. Forget him. That moron isn't doing anyone a favor. But most kids are little versions of us. It's amazing. You can actually see us in them. I mean, I just...
Interrupt Reverend Putty's...
What? What's going on? I was actually enjoying this for the first time.
For this special news report.
Oh?
After only 1 month of incarceration, serial rapist Cecil Creepler
Oh, come
was
on.
found dead in his cell at Freedom County Prison. More on this later. And now back to Reverend Putty's sermon.
Jesus Christ. So she plays the radio, which says the word abortion, which her reaction seems very guilt. Then she looks a photo of herself when she's younger, which she was blonde. I can't tell if she looked at her photo at a reminiscent of happy times or at really horrible times. She has flashbacks of this guy, who is a known predator in Morrilton, who's recently passed away.
Where was I? Gotta think. Do you know what babies mean to God? That's right. Job security.
Bah, Putty, you fool. Someday you'll discover that little babies are the devil's scabies. I'm not home yet, Mother. I told you. 9 p.m. No sooner.
So we go to Miss Sensordoll now. The one who's obsessed with eggs. She has a fridge with only eggs. I mean, if you look around her apartment, she has things shaped like an egg. She also seems very hostile about her mother.
Phoneycrops, Sensordoll. What's your plan B? Don't worry about the mayor. He'll soon be in my back pocket, I assure you that. Oh, by the by, I want something special this time round. Are you sitting? Fertilized. That's right. Fertilized eggs, teeming with inner life. My mother saw to that. Hello, Mother. No, I just got in. Well, it shouldn't have been occupied. Perhaps you fingered the dial erroneously. That's enough to even tackle the subject of original sin. Of course I'm more suited. What a question. My lack of eggs is not a hindrance. It is an asset. Don't push me down like that when you did this to me. Well, then what good was relieving me of my reproductive parts if I cannot be an expert on the matter? I was an infant when I had them. I was an infant when you had them removed. So for all intents and purposes, I am immaculate from conception. I am not holier than thou, Mother, but I am holier than you.
So we find out why she's obsessed with eggs. Cause her herself doesn't have any. Apparently her mother defertilized her when she was little. It's incredibly sad. She never got a choice to choose if she wants kids or not. No wonder why she's always angry.
Mustard! I have to clean this out of the clean carpet or it won't stay clean. Huh? Ah! No! Hubby, you can! Not you! You can! No! Don't treat me not like everyone! Not you! You're special, you care!
Doesn't this get sadder and sadder? Even though it's a complete accident and it's just a delusion she built in her head, but you can see how dehumanized Morton has made her. She just wants real, genuine relationships. Girl, I just want to give her a hug.
Kriebler was apprehended last March when Diorama elementary school teacher Agnes Sculptum, described as a generally disinterested human being by her students, doggedly stalked the perpetrator for several weeks, heroically sacrificing her virginity along with her naturally blonde hair in order to finally apprehend the violent, brunette-chasing Romeo. When asked how she came to catch this perverted ragamuffin, Sculptum simply stated, "I left my doors unlocked." Apparently to the glum, frumpy teacher, that action alone was far more harrowing than the actual act of savage, non-consensual sex. Reverend, back to you.
You're kidding.
Nope, back to you.
That's a tough act to follow.
You can do it.
Don't patronize me. And did you need to add so many gory details?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, right. You went on and on. I mean, you should have taken a picture. It would have lasted longer.
What was that?
Never. Okay. Where was I? Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So in closing, let me stress. Procreation/children is what God invented in order to bring us together. To keep us from being alone. Because, dear friends, alone sucks. Been there, done that, not for me. Save alone for the worms and the other animals that get it on by themselves. Who wants to be a gross, slimy worm anyway? No one!
Holy shit. And that's the end of the episode. Wow. So that was the episode that got Mara Orel canceled. Agnes kinda almost reminds me of the Netflix show Baby Reindeer, which dealt with similar topics, the same obsessiveness of figuring out what happened to them. It's the most mentally draining, difficult, confusing to go through, including myself. And I applaud the creators for knowing their shit. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And also stay tuned for my Disturbing Songs series to continue. Also my other content as well. Let me know what you like and dislike about my video so I can make better content for you. My dream for this channel is to hit 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and post notifications. I'll be posting regularly. See you in the next one. Bye.
Hey, I gotta fly, so, amen.
There's no way to detach ourselves from what's happened today.